Hey guys, welcome back to the Triangle. It's your girl CJ.
And D's not here because he ain't shit. It's your girl Brandi. I'm dogging your ass every chance I can get. Period.
Dude, what if we dog him so hard and he has some serious business going down today?
Man, that would really suck after we drag him. After we drag him for like 2 episodes,
And then
it's like, yo, so and so's in a hospital. It's like, ah, shit.
oh shit! Don't listen to our episodes.
But you know what? No, because people know how to text or
They
call when
can.
there's an emergency to let somebody know something. So anyway, this ain't the first time he's done this shit. I'm sure he's fine. Whatever. He's fine.
I'm gonna call his work phone. Watch. I'm gonna call his work phone. Oh, wait a minute. Why do you, ma'am?
In honor of D. Into this.
Random fucking products. Just I can't, dude.
It's
Like
that time of year. What are you talking about?
man,
I love the idea of September 1st officially being Halloween.
I know, and I'm sad because my house is fully covered in like cupcake things and stuff. So I have to
So
clean.
you don't have your normal thing going.
Not yet. So I'm gonna be about 2 weeks behind this year, but I'm okay with that. I usually keep my Halloween decor is Thanksgiving decor. So I still got 2 months full 2 months to do this.
You're good.
Yeah,
you're good.
we're good. I just have to
Then you
figure
can
it out.
easily Christmas it out. Thank God for Nightmare Before Christmas. Am I right? That's
I do. I do. I put little hats, little Christmas hats
You
on
should.
things. I do.
It's a fantastic movie. I still want that big I want a stuffing stocking that looks like the snake that was eating the presents, so I can put the presents in it. And I think that would be. I'll probably just sew it.
They make them like that.
And I want it wrapped around the bottom of the tree. You know, you put a present in the mouth and have the little teeth over it. I think that would be adorable.
There's so much. I just need to figure out there's so much decorations. My attic is full of decorations. I'm like an old white lady. It's just Rob's tired of it. And last year I got 3 more boxes worth of Halloween.
Oh.
So have you been to Michael's? It's fucking.
I haven't, just because the bitch has been broke. So I'm very happy.
Well, then don't till you got money, because
trust me, if we had been stimulated, Donnie, what's going on?
What's up, Donnie? Where's our money?
Where's our money? God.
Oh no! I told Rob, I was like, I'm gonna have to buy sell some extra cakes so I can go buy and just
something.
Go get these Halloween things, man. They brought some of the same. I think they cheated this year, some of the production, because there's a lot of the same stuff from last year.
I like that we are
that we go so much that we know.
I remember this pumpkin from last year.
They did. And it's not just Michael's, it's Hobby Lobby and Joann's too, and at home. So I see y'all. Joann's actually did a little bit better. I think they're doing an Art Deco style Halloween.
Okay.
It is really cute.
I am obsessed with an Art Deco.
I love all of it. And I'm going to be so broke.
Girl, yeah, let me stay away from there.
They have the pillows, the fucking frames, and my favorite one is whenever they put Creep It Real on it, or Keep It. Love it. So I'll be buying all the things, but I'll be couponing at the same time. I know they hate me there, girl. Last time I went in with 11 coupons. 11.
You're that person where if someone's behind you, they're going to take 2 days to get out.
I mean, no, it's all digital now. So you just swipe, click. But the lady didn't realize is the company has been giving out coupons every day with a different code on it. So if it's a different code, the computer will take every single.
I know she tired.
Oh no. So I bought 12 things, had 11 coupons, and spent $40 in Joann. Do you know how crazy that is? $40 in a craft shop, ma'am. Anyways, that's not what we're talking about today. That's not what it was. We were going to talk about the residual impacts of having military style life.
That's residual.
Yeah.
Love that word. It just feels like residues on it.
Oh my God, residual. No, seriously, both of us being raised, and D2 if he was here, being raised. Being raised overseas, especially overseas in the Pacific area and Japan and stuff, that serious culture shock situation was for real.
Oh yeah. I feel like we were
knowing.
spoiled in a lot of ways
Oh,
that I
for
didn't appreciate
sure.
it until it became regular ass civilian. Then I'm like, oh,
Not a regular ass
what do
civilian.
you mean I don't have strike hair?
Not even a base civilian, a regular ass
Regular
civilian.
ass civilian. I
And
don't
if
like
you were
that.
in the military or around it, you know what we mean. There's a difference between military
Busy.
civilian and regular ass
Regular
civilian.
ass ain't no like. I remember first getting back to the States, and
I'm
hold on,
sorry, it's just so
you gotta
funny.
realize we were overseas for quite some time.
Yes.
So I remember getting back to the States and being like, "What the fuck is a Walmart? What do you mean?"
What?
Or this girl had asked me before I got on like I took a city bus to go to school, and I was just
Uh-huh.
like, I get on the bus, and I
Uh-huh.
remember her being like, she asked me if I had some Carmex. And I had no clue what even Carmex was because what we have over there in the stores and what they have over here are
It's
different.
different.
So
Yep.
I was like, do you mean like chapstick, Vaseline? What are we talking about? I was like, this is going to be a rough transition.
It was so rough. Like Walmart reminded me because first of all, let me just say Chris, shout out to Chris Killica, shout out to you. I remember him coming back from one of his US trips to Oki one day and he had like a Hot Topic bag and he was like, CJ, you would love this store if you were in the States. How accurate was he that I would love Hot Topic so much?
They literally took your
Like
personality
and
and
just
put it in a
blew it up into a
vial.
retail store.
No,
Like,
they take, this is how they make Hot Topics. They extracted CJ's personality, put it in a vial, and they just took the little dropper and they just drop a piece of it on concrete and then a Hot Topic.
it just
A
springs.
Hot Topic just comes out.
Is it like the DBZ capsule? They're like click
That's
click.
what,
And just,
what's so great about Hot Topic too is I feel like, and I think we both posted or like memes like
uh-huh,
that, fit both the aesthetic of girls that like girly stuff. So they'll
uh-huh.
have frilly, they'll have that hot pink, but then everything
Yes.
else is like black. And I'm like,
Yeah. It's
this
a
is
good
a
mixture. Like
combination of things.
I do like wearing hot pink and neon colors,
I
but I also
love
like to
pink.
like tone it down with the black. So I'm just like, I'll wear
And
all of this.
I realized I really enjoy wearing combat boots, like more than I thought I
Love.
ever would. Because when I was working at the bar, I'm like, well, you can't wear like heels here.
It's
So a lot
hard.
of the dresses, I'd end up just wearing boots that I could really like
Run around
non-slip
and
and work around, go upstairs and stuff. And then I realized I am in love with a good combat boot,
I'm
and they
telling
have the best
you,
little accessories to hook onto your boots or your stockings. Shout out to Hot Topic, man. If y'all want to
they
be a
do.
sponsor,
They just I know, right? I should. I used to work for their
you
company. So
girl, yeah, pull some
oh,
strings.
I guess so.
Like I'm bossy CJ, and you have to listen to me.
I'm just
That's how you
saying.
work.
No, no, but no, they were really good. And you know what the other thing was? That Walmart story. I was somebody's fucking dinner table topic one day because I went to get gas for the first time in the States. You know, like off base, you don't pump your own gas, right? So that's one
Mm-hmm.
thing. On base, I knew how to work the on base gas pumps, but it was the old one where you only had one regular kind of gas, right? Do you
And then
remember
you
that?
came here.
Yeah, it's one regular gas, and you pull the nozzle off and you lift the thing because it was so old school, and then you put it in your car. You don't get to choose like the grade of the gas.
Oh yeah, grade of
It's
gas.
just regular gas. I didn't even know there were grades like that. So I get here, I'm at the Walmart gas station. First of all, Walmart gas is terrible. Don't put it in your car if you can help it. Like it's warm tanks, from what I understand. But I got there and I was like, I don't know how to work this fucking pump. Like I put my card in and I was like staring at it, like really just staring at it. I felt like Paris Hilton and Christina Ricci on that fucking
Oh my
show.
god,
The
that
where they went
relevant gas
around.
show. I loved it. I couldn't believe how much dumb shit they were doing.
I felt so stupid. I was like, I don't know how to do this. But you know what the first thing I did was, because I was near Barksdale Air Force Base, is look for somebody in a military outfit. And I found one. I was like, excuse me, sir. I was like, I just came from overseas and I have no idea how to pump my gas. Look at Rob judging me over there.
No, there was a lot of stuff we just had no clue because we just got so used to not just being. I feel like it was like a double whammy, being overseas
Yeah.
and then being on a military base because we're literally on an island and then on a military base, so it's that double layer of I don't even know what to call it, sheltering, I
It
guess.
is. It really
Because
is.
when you come out of that bubble, we literally lived in our own world culturally because of the
Yes.
military culture, and then in Okinawa,
Yeah.
so culture. So it was really weird coming to the States, and then we've all said we've had that experience of, and probably not so much D because he was here a little
A
longer
little
before
longer,
we left
yeah.
overseas. But I always joke that I didn't know I was black until I came back to the States.
Same.
And girl, I was like, this school is segregated as hell. I was in shout out to Chesterfield, Missouri, really St. Louis, but
Uh-huh.
school I ended up graduating at was Chesterfield. And it was like it was weird. It was
It
just
is.
really weird to see
Like,
separate people
mhm.
sitting in separate lunch tables. All the black kids rode the same bus to the school because we
Right.
took
Because that
and
was their neighborhood.
it was, man, and then to go to that school and just to see the classism I never really experienced being overseas and on a military base, because it didn't matter if my dad like ranked E9 and somebody else's dad was whatever else. We still
Mm-hmm.
going to the same school. We still shopping at the same
Same
BX.
place. Yup.
It didn't really touch us there. And then you get to
Mhm.
the States and it's like, damn, am I poor? Like,
Yeah,
why?
that little the classification here is people act like there's no classifications here. There is definitely one
Oh
here.
God,
The social class is
there's
like
classes
crazy
for
here. They
sure.
just don't talk about it. Like obviously if you go to places like, in the Far East, like India and stuff, they still have a caste system. We're very similar. It's just not out in the open. Like we obviously have places like people will let you know that you're not welcome in certain areas
Oh
here.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
and
If you
they'll ask those like they'll ask they'll ask rude questions politely.
Oh, the nasty nice?
Yeah, that nasty nice.
Yes.
Uh, to kind of figure out. So what are you doing here?
Right. Like, do you work for somebody here? Like,
Yeah,
bitch,
like
no,
what
I
are
live
you
here.
what's this about? I realized that when I as PJ started switching schools around here, and I stayed on the same side of the neighborhood that my mom
Uh-huh.
ended up getting a house, because I knew if she wasn't gonna do nothing else, she was definitely gonna live on the bougie side of Cleveland.
Right.
And unfortunately, it's always that same thing of seeing, okay, even coming back to the States, I'm realizing I'm going to a nicer school. There's a nicer college over here. The majority of people are Asian and white.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Always.
not a lot of us
That's
around it.
that's my
So
neighborhood too. Just
it's the same thing
because.
for my son. And I'm just like, wow, I miss what we had overseas with that versatility of different ethnicities. And you
It's
really got to
just
go above and beyond to get that stateside, because there's just not this nice little melting pot of people.
no, I just found out recently that the area we're living in, the schools were still segregated into the 70s here.
Not surprised.
I'm talking like that's really recent. Like, and then I was talking to my older one about her classes, and because they still have what, how you have to fill out your ethnicity and stuff, I
Mm.
think they're using that to group kids together still. That's what it
I wouldn't
sounds
be
like.
surprised.
I
Sometimes,
wouldn't
depending
either.
on what it is, I don't even fill it out.
That's what I told him. I said we got to fix our
Depending on
ass.
what it is, I don't do it because I'm like, you're not about to shade me.
Mm. Anyway, let's take a quick break so we can come back and talk about the rest of this. All right.
Quick break. Look,
Brandy.
if you book. Look, if you book time, mom. Oh,
We back. Not Buck. We back.
back. We're knucking
I'm
and
playing that at
bucking.
the wedding, and I need everybody to get up off their asses and dance to it. I just want you to know
Okay,
we're
I'm
gonna
gonna be getting
scare
it.
the other half of
Gotta
my
play some of
wedding
those
party.
dumbass TikTok songs too, so we can all get our
Just,
TikTok dances on.
I'm saying, what's crazy? Going back to that military thing, like knowing that you were safe was another
Oh yeah.
thing for me because even though in Oki, I could leave at 11 p.m. at night to go out to do whatever by myself to meet my friends wherever and
Mm-hmm.
not even think twice about it. And I don't think it's as safe as it was now, even now there, but it's safer than here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like,
yeah, for sure. I mean, like we've heard those awful stories about
yeah.
what's going on over off base, even the protests that were happening when we were there.
Mm-hmm.
But I will agree with you. I just felt like it was safer back in like the from 2000,
Yeah, like
well,
the
really
90s
from
and early
1998
2000s.
to 2006, 7.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't really huge scandals. Didn't really hear a lot of shit from people that got Sophie status and decided to stay over there. I get back to the States, and I remember having the mindset that I could operate how I did on a base on an island,
Yeah, you
same
can't.
way in St. Louis. And my mom used to be livid because I go to school, meet some friends or whatever. Because when you're a military brat, especially if you have like a social butterfly personality,
Right.
I make friends no matter where I go. I find the tribe,
Mm-hmm.
so that's a blessing. And I really do think that's because I've just had to survive with moving, having military parents.
Yeah.
Both my parents are Marines. Those who are listening, so we were always moving
On the
around.
move,
So
yeah.
it's like I gotta talk to people. So I'm not gonna have
Mm-hmm.
no friends every time I move. But anyway, I just make friends and then be gone, come home like 6 or 7 o'clock at night, maybe 8, which might as well be like 1 p.m. 1 a.m. to my mom, who's like, I haven't seen you since you took the bus to school this morning. Where the fuck were you? What's going on? And I'm thinking, I told you I was gonna like be kicking it after. I'm thinking nothing of it. Like
Right.
I went to just Risner Gym or something and walked home. It was not the same thing. And as I have my son, uh, even knowing that he stayed at the library where he
Mm-hmm.
normally would walk, because like here's the school, literally the street, and then the library is right there.
Right.
But then McDonald's and some other places are on the side. So he's like, oh, me and my friends in a group, we just, they do their jaywalking and they go to McDonald's. I'm having a heart attack about
Right.
it. I'm just like, oh my God, like we're not on a military base. And uh, what if someone thought you were stealing? Because we already know how they do a lot of black people, and you don't have
That.
the luxury of being a young, innocent black boy. They make y'all young men too quickly, and no
Right.
matter how many white kids you hanging around. So all this stuff is going through my head in a way that my parents didn't worry about when we were overseas. That's
Yeah.
also why my mom and dad said they didn't do a good job telling us we were black and how to deal with that coming back to
Over
the
here.
States,
Mm-hmm.
because it wasn't really a thing overseas. I
It
did not
really, like,
experience
other
it.
than like my thing was because I was mixed, I had a weird thing happening over there where I wasn't, the whole not black enough,
I'm
not
listening
Asian
to. Want me
enough,
to get some water really quick?
depending on who it was. But I remember going to Louisiana, being in Bossier City, going to the mall for the first time with my mom, and everybody was staring. And it was because I think I was walking in there with my mom, who is 100% Asian, and they acted like they never seen an Asian person before. And it probably was very close to that, unless you go to certain parts of town. You know what I'm saying? And the
I would
combination of me and her walking together was probably some kind of a sight to them. I don't know. But I just knew I was in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. And people were just like not used to seeing different things like that. Girl, I just was like, this. And then to see in that town a brown girl dressed like what they would say like hot topicy at the time, because I was even more dark in the beginning. So, in my younger days it was worse. So I'm sure that was like another trip. I mean, I had like fishnet fucking hand thingies on, and it was just terrible, terrible times. But like the culture shock of it all was just, like you said, I didn't realize how black I was, even though I'm so light, like till I got here.
Oh yeah, because
Like,
they'll definitely let you know you're not white though, boo. It don't matter how light you are. And those of you listening, that experience that super like privilege and fetish you get is typically with the black community, who will hype up somebody who's mixed up. Even
yep,
a lot, especially the black men. Them white folks don't give a fucking fuck. They don't.
yep. You brown
They're
and
not
black, you
like
brown and
you
black.
brown, you're black, you're other, you're
Did you
not
see?
them.
Did you see the video I posted with that guy singing about his biracial girl?
No.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I did. I almost choked on my water, girl. Bye.
You have to watch it.
You post this on Facebook or
Yes, I tagged you in it. It's Byron. Let me see if I can find it. Play a short segment for you guys because I was done. Oh, my Facebook is acting so crazy right now. But there's a song called by I forget who. He was so serious singing it too, and I could not. I couldn't. And the fact, and it's so cringy because he talks about her. Oh, I found it. It's by Sean Fury.
oh,
It's by.
I'm already annoyed. Now I haven't even heard it and I'm annoyed.
Just let me see if I can get this after this ad and start playing. Oh my god, my fucking music player picked up the lyrics. That's terrible. I don't need the lyrics, guys. I don't need the lyrics. If you don't know who Sean Fury is, he's some serious guy who's been. making all of this is not good. Let me see if I can skip to a. Hold on. Do you hear this? Listen,
Is that really him making a whole ass song?
he made it's 3 minutes and 26 seconds. Like talking about not the average kind, more like an exotic wine. Like the cringiest
I'm
lyrics.
so over it.
Um, she's a biracial girl made from a rainbow world.
Please stop talking. Whose man's is this?
Oh, I don't know, but the video is even more cringeworthy. If you are interested in watching it,
Please don't be
it's
interested.
biracial
Ugh.
by Sean Fury. He has 3,002 over 3,000 subscribers, okay? Listen, and I'm sure it's just for fun, but I'm mad that he
It's
has three.
not the. It's the principle. It's like some stuff,
But I think
and
he's
I
for
joke
real. I
about a lot
think
of
that's
stuff, but
his girl.
I almost feel like some stuff you can't even joke about, or some people can't even joke about some things because so many people already think it's true, you know, especially if
That's
it's a
true.
stereotype or
That's
something.
true.
It's like it does not help us to keep doing it. It's honestly in an interview, from my interpretation of his interview, it's kind of what Dave Chappelle was getting at, where he's like, I feel like I'm doing more harm than good with these sketches. And he said he remembers one time doing a sketch, and he basically, in a nutshell, he felt like the white people were laughing a little too hard at it because he's trying to do something smart. He's trying to
Hmm.
make you think with this stuff. It's not just supposed to
Yeah,
be
but
laugh
white
at the
folks
nigga
don't go that deep
and you're
though.
not going that deep with it. And the fact that
Yeah,
he
I
was
knew what
smart
he was
enough to
saying.
catch that and be like, nah, y'all
They
ain't gonna
weren't
laugh
getting
about this in
it
that
because
way.
they were only like looking at the superficial shit. It's like, okay, so if you go on Netflix and if you look up Get Out, you know what the genre it's under?
Comedy.
Yes.
And it
It,
got nominated for the award season for a comedy. And
it's a
I'm like,
comedy to
it's
them.
not a comedy.
It's a horror story to black folks. This
Not
is
a
a
comedy at
horror
all.
story. You guys like spoiler alert, if you haven't watched it, go fast forward like 30 seconds of what I'm about to say. I'm sure we mentioned it before too, but at the end of Get Out, when we see the fucking sirens and the lights, all the black people gasped. They were like, he's not gonna survive because the cop is gonna think that he killed a white girl, right?
And
Everybody
the fact that
gasped
we're even concerned about stuff like that, like
in the movie, but
getting
he
into the
Peel knew what
trauma
he was
about that.
doing. I'm just saying, Peel knew what he was doing because
Oh, he's
that.
smart.
Oh, that scene at the end. That scene at the end. Okay, good night, baby. Look at her. Say good night.
Good night, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, baby.
Okay,
Oh,
go,
get your,
go. Oh my god.
go. Hey, get your dance on, Heather. Go. Hey.
Jesus
I like to
Christ.
hype up her daughter
Oh
to
my god.
like
Please don't
keep
hype her
her
up.
wild
Just
instead of going
can't.
to sleep.
I can't. But no, for real. Like, so for me, that makes so much sense what Dave Chappelle said. And what you're saying is that it's so superficial to these people. Like, they thought Get Out was a fucking comedy. It's a, I the whole time, even watching the trailer before it came out, I thought it was gonna be under horror or suspense. Like it's under comedy. It's funny.
Comedy.
That is
And
not
the fact
fun.
that they would just even like the fact that well interpreted it as a comedy and then wanted to give it an award in that field was just insulting. But then also let me know,
Very
like so
much.
many other things structurally, there needs to quit being the same white men in power deciding this is what we're interpreting this as, this is what
Yeah,
it means, this is how we'll honor this.
because they
No,
didn't take it seriously. They
at
didn't
all.
take the part that Peel was trying to say about our bloodline being fucking fucked up because of them. But hey, what can I say? They just kept. I wonder if what the other one was put under his other movie. Was it Us? Like,
Us was crazy.
I
I
haven't
talked
seen it
about
yet.
that
I
in
have
the
to
month.
bring myself to see it.
Bitch,
I have to.
I at the end definitely had me like
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it.
I literally was like, I wasn't expecting that shit. I was like,
Like, I'm down for everything he's doing. Now I just really I need to go online and find the episodes for Twilight Zone too, because now I'm curious as fuck.
come on, Twilight Zone.
Yeah. Seriously though. But like, I don't know, getting back to the military life. So I feel like I've adapted a lot better now, but I will say that I'm a lot more paranoid than I used to be because of where I grew up and being over here. And just having to realize that there's a lot more going on behind the scenes if you're not white, you know?
For
Because
sure.
like you said, in the military communities, it wasn't as crappy. Even if there were people with Confederate flags, like they knew not to say shit because there was so many other ethnicities and races around them, and they would have got their asses beat. Like,
Much.
but you know they're taking all those down, right? They're not allowed in a lot of military bases anymore. I believe
So I heard, and that's a good
some
thing.
yeah. So I mean, I think that's a great thing because it means completely something different to people of color. So,
Yeah.
you know, and that's another thing. Like all these symbolisms, like the Confederate flag and stuff, I have never seen so many out in people's porches and shit till I moved to Texas. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, it's definitely a down south thing. 'Cause I remember being in Florida, and
Yeah.
that's another thing I didn't realize coming back to the States. It's just the different levels of being black.
Oh, yeah.
Depending on where you're at. And me being in the West Coast, like visiting California versus being in Florida versus Atlanta versus like St. Louis, Kansas City, Philly, Ohio. All of these areas, being black
Hmm.
is a completely different experience in each area. And
Oh.
I'm like, I may feel like I'm more, if this makes sense, I may feel like I am more at home
Hmm.
and accepted being a down south black amongst other blacks, if that
Yep.
makes sense.
Yep.
But girl, I feel safer up north.
Well, yeah, it's a
Like,
different kind of. I
because I
mean,
really do feel like that spirit of, Confederacy is
that whole just
evident.
being in Nebraska because we were both in Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
Being like brown and black in Nebraska is a whole nother thing from being black and brown in the South. Like even if they didn't know how to treat us up there, it wasn't the same way it's treated as you're treated down here either.
Not at all.
Like I can almost see why they all went north when they were leaving
Oh man, when
slavery.
you really start to like research how we differ and why so many of us ended up in like the Bay Area and
Yes.
Chicago and Detroit,
Yes,
I'm
they
like,
all
y'all
went
was
north.
wilding down south. That's why. Like, y'all
I wouldn't
crazy.
be playing either. I'd be like, bye bye. Mm-mm. This shit ain't for me. Anyway, that's our end of the segment. I really kind of want to hear some stories. I kind of want to hear stories from people who were in the military because I know a lot of our friends and
Please tell us your story.
yes. Did you have any culture shock moments? Send us an email. If you go to anchor.fm and go to our page, you can leave us a voicemail and I can incorporate that into one of our shows. That would be really cool. Or hey, if you want to come on our show, tell us. We will get you on here for fan pick day or something like that. So
Yes, tell
give us
us.
a hit up our email, DMs, Facebook page, Instagram,
If you
something.
hit us up, hit me or CJ up because Demetrius ain't shit. So.
Here we go. Shade.
Hey, bro.
Anyway, if you've enjoyed our podcast thus far, make sure that you subscribe to one of our podcast platforms. And if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you like and comment below. Make sure you hit that notification bell so that you get all of our episodes.
Ding,
Speaking
ding,
of
ding.
which, we have 3 segments now: the triangle, news angle, and newly added sex angle.
Woo.
Do it. Um, our first episode dropped last Friday, so if you missed out, go check it
We did
out.
have a really good time.
Yeah,
It was
we talked
fun.
about unsolicited dick pics and kinks and a few other things last week. So go check it out. I know you guys love that shit. It's for grown and sexy. Don't let your kids listen. That's
Really
it.
don't let
Really.
your kids listen to any of our stuff, honestly.
Honestly, yeah, that's true.
We're gonna be
And if,
real.
and if you're at work, make sure you have headphones on. Probably won't be appreciated by the people
Listen,
around
because
you or your
it
boss.
ain't safe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe.
Anyways, you guys stay woke, stay blessed, logical, and safe. If you're black, stay black. And if you're not, support POC and allies unite. We'll catch you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.